wrapped up in my sleeping bag, looking out the window at Aaron's house as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon. And the trees are silhouetted black against the emerging blue sky with the fading stars up in the sky. And I think to myself how much I hate Aaron because he's got it fucking made with this fantastic house of his, this nice little piece of property tucked away out in the backwoods of South Dakota. God, I fucking hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he dies of syphilis. You piece of shit.
Click the wrong one, but it's a great one anyway. We got requesting stuff. No super chats under 100. I don't have time, and I will not respond to them. Mr. Clary, willing to pay a premium for fast responses. This is a bit time sensitive. Was looking for some guidance when it comes to choosing and setting up an optimal bachelor pad. I'm glad you contacted me. This is another thing I know everything about. They're so lucky to have me. I'm hoping this request helps others, but if not, I am cool with a private email or video. I come with an example property I would like your thoughts on as well. I moved back to my hometown, which is also my college town, 2 years ago to go back to my old job. Things are going well professionally. I'm making $150,000 in total compensation at the age of 29. Where have all the good men gone? Are you one of those cocksucking 5'11" or shorter guys? I bet you are. How dare you, sir? My social life is lacking due to my current location, my longstanding poor mental health. Mental health is a choice. I think I'm going to write a book called Mental Health is a Choice. That should piss off every victimhood person. I'm not accusing you of it. I'm accusing the people who fake it for attention. But then it would insult the people with actual mental health problems. So I guess I couldn't write that. Which I have started to improve. I want to set up my life in a new part of town now that things are coming together, mental health wise and professionally. I currently live way out in the burbs with a bunch of old people. My lease is coming up, but okay, so you do have a lease. I want to move closer to the university area, which has a lot more amenities and social opportunities thanks to the proximity of the universities and other businesses in the area. I will be renting. I'm curious if you have any general rules when it comes to choosing and setting up a bachelor pad. Should one slightly compromise on the unit itself? It's in a great location. Is a ground floor apartment acceptable, or should you avoid neighbors above you that could be noisy? Is a year-long lease too restrictive? Is having a spare bedroom for an office worthwhile? Any other considerations? Also, are there any particular tools, gadgets, designs, decisions, or amenities you should set up inside the bachelor pad? Overall, I'm hoping to hear your thoughts surrounding what makes a good bachelor pad in 2026. I wish you contacted me earlier, because when does your lease run up? Hang on. Okay, let's go back. Also, any particular tools, designs, decisions, or amenities you should set up inside the bachelor pad? Overall, I'm hoping to hear your thoughts surrounding what makes a good bachelor pad in 2026. I've read all your books, and you have touched on the bachelor pad here and there. However, I think the landscape surrounding the bachelor pad has changed a bit in recent years. And I'm also in a unique situation as someone who has finally obtained some success and peace on the other side of the Aaron Clary method. I became a listener in high school. Well, if you became a listener in high school, why did it take you until 29? The example property I have in mind is 1,100 square feet, 2-bedroom, that is in a great area about 8 minutes from the university. The best gym in town and 3 minutes away in a plaza with a lot of restaurants, bars, fitness classes, walking distance. However, is on the bottom floor of a 2-story building with upstairs neighbor and has a small living room that would be awkward to set up. Not sure if I should hold off for something better, blah, blah, blah. All right, so the first thing you should do, be careful what you wish for. Do you know you'd like this area? And I don't know how much time you got left in your lease, but if you got like 3 months, I would immediately sign up a 1-month lease. Or if you can, it's going to be pricier. See if you can find an Airbnb for a week then. Ideally, you'd live in a place for a month. See if you could find an Airbnb place in that area for a week. and just experience it. Because absolutely hell no, you don't want to sign up for a year-long lease. You're going to the university. I know that sounds exciting and fun and actionable and where all the action is. And I do believe, yes, there are probably more things to do in better restaurants or whatever. Like, yes, things are very convenient and walkable. But man, you get the wrong neighbors. You got college students. Oh, fuck that shit. I would just test it first to make sure that's where you want to go. And whatever the Airbnb is, preferably an apartment, so you can see what apartment living is going to be like. You may be wishing for the old people because they're quiet and they go to bed at 8 p.m. Trial run this first. Then you'll definitely know if you even want to do the thing, right? If you do want to do the thing, okay, then we could go to your questions. But if you don't, yeah, then thank God because you didn't sign up for a 12-month lease. So let's go through your specific questions and then we'll go to the open-ended ones. Should one slightly compromise on the unit itself if it's in a great location? It's just you. If it's in a great location and it works, how much do you need? I would use this as an opportunity to get rid of some stuff. Can you throw everything in your car and walk right in? Are you going to need your car, period, for this? That might be another thing. Do you need a car? I would spend the money on a garage unit if you need your car for transportation. But if not, this might be a great opportunity to see if you could do without a car, save some money. Is a ground floor apartment acceptable, or should you avoid neighbors above that could be noisy? This really depends on you. If you want let's say you love this place, this area, I would get some a little bit higher. I would get something. I'd go one of two ways. Sequestered and no one really sees it. Like it's really quiet. It's just a place you go and sleep and you don't want to bachelor pad it up. This is just a place you rest. Or I would go the other extreme where get a view. You've worked hard. You're making $150,000 a year. You worked very hard. Now's the time I think you get a view or a nice little balcony or something. Not the penthouse suite or anything like that. But I would spend the extra money to get off the ground floor, especially. I would also have this be a short-term thing. Only plan to be there a year max. And then that will allow you to have this downtown condo and enjoy it, or wherever you're going, with a view or a balcony or something. Treat yourself to a little bit of an experience. The neighbors, this is one thing you can do. When you get your Airbnb, check out the apartments you're interested in at night around midnight. Go walk around, see if there's way too much traffic noise, see how loud it is in the apartment buildings or around the apartment buildings. When it comes to noise, I wish I could pull this off. Get some soundproofing and get earplugs. That should cancel the sound noise, or at least mitigate it to the point that it's tolerable and acceptable. I wish I knew that when I was younger, just to get earplugs and a very loud alarm clock. Considerations. Here's another thing. See who's walking out of the apartment building and who's walking into it. Does it look like a bunch of loud douche bro frat bros, or is it young professionals getting up, got a job, that kind of thing? Year-long lease might be too restrictive. I go month to month, pay the extra money. So if there's anything bad, you get. This is definitely a month-to-month one or a 6-month lease. Is having a spare bedroom for an office worthwhile? For this expedition, no. Do you need an office? Can you just work? When I was in Wyoming, I just had my coffee table and that was it. And also, you can turn a 1-bedroom, even a studio apartment, into a schwank bachelor pad. You do not need a 2-bedroom. You don't need a big place. You need a cool place, a place you enjoy first and foremost. And I'll go into the philosophy of the bachelor pad. Any particular tools, gadgets, design decisions, or amenities that should set up inside the bachelor? Well, tools, I'd say soundproofing. I would definitely do that. Gadgets? Microwave? Not really. I mean, do you like playing video games? Have a video game set up. I wouldn't go overkill with the speakers. I would do headphones, but I would get an okay stereo system in case a girl comes over and you want to play music. Perhaps I'm a little bit old school. I'd have some like jazz and everything in my 5 disc carousel CD player. I'll be honest, it helped when you got a girl in there, but not much. So I don't know if I do you like music and have some music around. Design decisions. This is all you, man. This is all you. But this is where taste comes in handy. My motif is early 60s, late 50s, retro, mid century modern, avoiding wood and brown. That's mine. You come to my place, the exterior is like log cabin, but the interior is James Bond villain setup. It's quite a stark contrast. People are like, oh my God, I thought this would be like have a deer head on it. Like, nope. And the interior is all you. What I would do is spend some significant time thinking about what you want to look at in terms of art, color, what brings you joy, what pleases you. And there's nothing wrong with borrowing from motifs. Back in Minneapolis, my basement apartment was like an Irish pub. It had that evergreen green with wood trimming and stained, almost gold-like stain. I had a bar. It was very cozy. So you can borrow motifs if you like motifs. Use that as a template, and then go and choose your individual art pieces. I don't know about furniture, because you're going to be here temporarily. So I'm wondering, like, this might be then the springboard. Like, you buy everything once. I really like this, whatever. Spiegel, is that no Siegel, the 1980s artwork. You buy the artwork that you want in your apartment once, and then that's what you're going to carry with you for the rest of your days. But then the next part, it better be either a long-term apartment or your house that you're going to live in forever, because otherwise you're hauling shit. See what I'm saying? So you kind of got a paradox. How much do you want to decorate this bachelor pad? Because you got to move all that shit out. Where are you going to store it? But I would probably use this now to get the stuff that you want in your forever home. So look up different motifs and themes and styles or movies. If there's a cool movie you like, oh man, I really like that James Bond villain layer. I like that a lot. Okay, go with that. Do you want more of a Jimmy Buffett, Caribbean, relaxed type of environment? Cool. Do you want 70s retro, which I hated the 70s, but there's some aspects of it that are kind of wearing on me. Kind of think like, yeah, disco ball would be good. Yeah. The thin black woman with huge cans with flared out bell bottoms and the proudest fro with some nice, shiny, what would it be? Cornflower blue eyeshadow with a rim of purple. I'd do that. Yeah, I'd do that. Sure. But and the only reason I'm telling you to go with motifs or themes is because unless you have sat and thought about it, you're not going to know your style. And it's going to be a hodgepodge of shit that you thought was cool when you were a 14-year-old to last year. And it ain't going to have any congruency or theme or consistency. So think about what you want. Go look at styles. I mean, this is what Pinterest is great. Bachelor pads, just look it up on Pinterest. Fancy, schwanky apartment layouts. Get some images, get some ideas. But I can't tell you what that motif is. Now, a couple things. I do think you should have a water feature. Just for sound and relaxation. So you could buy little ones like this. They have a basin of water. You just add water and you plug it in. It pumps water. You hear water flowing. You could get the bigger ones that's got a mirror on it and it cascades down. They have many options. It doesn't have to be big or fancy, but I think a water feature of some kind would be really cool. Lighting. I would not only like dimming lights and all that, so you can adjust it, but maybe have some colored lights. You get colored bulbs. You could get plastic sheets that you could just wrap around within the housing of a light bulb. It's up to you. You're gonna have to remove all this shit, or you get a lamp. Look at your lamps. They're coming out with some really interesting lighting where it's all curvy and all that. I don't know if you've seen that. That's very interesting. You can't redo the fixtures, but you could get a floral lamp that's pretty cool. Some which have changing colors. So think about your lighting. Uh I would try to not have a TV in your living room or main room. Leave that in your bedroom. Your living room should be about discussion or looking out the view if you happen to have a good view. That's See if you could pull that off. And then if a girl like, "Oh, do you want to watch a movie?" It's in the bedroom. "Oh, do you got a couch there?" No. Sometimes the solutions present themselves. But yeah, I would really focus on no, I don't have a TV. I prefer human conversation. I mean, if you're uncomfortable about that, I understand, but I don't I watch TV before I go to bed, play some video games, but no, this is where I host people and I enjoy having conversations with people. I would also look into getting some sort of a liquor bar, not like a full bar that you would build, but a liquor cabinet or one of them, depending on your motif, one of those liquor carousels that you push out. They got wheels. Some fashionable way to store your liquor, have it be an art piece, and then just to add a little bit of class or color to your bachelor pad. I'm trying to go clock. I don't drink, but I have a liquor cabinet because everybody else drinks. I would use your walls if the theme allows it to have a picture of you with whatever. If you have little kids in your life, whether it's nephews, nieces, whatever, women like it when there's a little bit of picture of it, and friends, right? Show whoever's in your house, yes, I'm human. Yes, I got that. But your art, aside from an occasion, okay, here's another thing you could do: a digital picture frame. I'd have that like kind of in the corner somewhere. Um, but the artwork should definitely be what you like. Why did you get that? I like it. It could be ugly as sin. It's still better. Like, why you got that hideous thing? Because I like it. I like that a lot. Why do you like it? Because of these reasons. And then I'm not assuming that your main goal is to get laid and impress girls, but it will impress people in general. Like, no, I really like that thing. I would go to um retro shops or not consignment, antique stores. Just walk around, see if something jumps out at you. Uh what else? Going clockwise. Soap bottles. My interior walls and trim is black and white. It's very sterile. And then I use my artwork to provide the color. One trick I use is I got clear soap bottles and I put color soap in them. Depending on the backdrop, you may or may not need that, but adding color where you can. Another thing, the kitchen is more retro 50s atomic. And that's where the woman wears lingerie and wears pink and white lingerie and sometimes a smock, or what are they called? An apron, and not much else. The turquoise uh, espresso machine really adds a nice touch. But you don't have to get turquoise appliances. They have different color appliances. There's red, there's green. I would think about getting colored appliances. Moving on. Carpets. Don't let hardwood floors or linoleum floors intimidate you. That's a great opportunity to put some color and fashion down. I still got it's in my recording studio. I still got an old leopard carpet I bought from Target 30 years ago. Maybe 28 years ago. It still works. I mean, it's not broken. It pulls off the effect I want. You can, through Wayfair, get any design you want. Like, you don't go to the store and look at carpet no more. You say, okay, what type of image do I want on the ground? You go find it and you print it on that image. So I would definitely use carpets to provide a little bit of color, a little bit of softness and coziness. If it's a hardwood floored or linoleum apartment, it'll also soften the noise. If they don't have it, this is kind of a cheap thing, but it's not bad. Get one of them portable heaters that looks like a fireplace to provide some ambiance. You don't have to do all these things. I'm just giving you options. A good clock with the hands. Something fashionable, right? I have a very sterile early 60s no number clock. Silver, black, and white, monochrome. You want retro? Have some hippie clock. Whatever it is, you get clocks online. But just have a nice clock up there. My friend Khan, he was real good with sculpture, more three-dimensional stuff. If that works. And then, depending on the theme, you're going to need a coffee table to put legs and feet and coffee on. I would get the appropriate magazine, like mine logically is Playboy. I had to go back to the 80s to get the James Bond one. It's just right there. Just you put, or a book or whatever, put it on there. And then I also have, you want a mantelpiece of some kind, some little bit of artwork that goes on the center of your kitchen island or the coffee table. Continuing moving. I think that gives you an idea. I can't tell you what should I like, Cappy. It should be what you like, done tastefully. And I would not be in a rush to do this. Like, get a couple things and wait for that right piece to come along. And if you need an order, what I'm going to recommend is do the floor and the furniture first. That's the first thing. And that furniture and flooring is determined on where you're going to move stuff and logistics of where people are walking. Fill that in because you got to do that. Some people need a place to sit. Next thing, all right, now that the furniture is in, let's go up. What do I want on the walls? What do I want on the tables? And then maybe after that, lighting, but you don't own the fixtures. So you're not going to like rewire a chandelier or anything like that. And I think that's a pretty good procedure to get there. And then people come in and they may not like your motif, but they're going to enjoy and certainly be more relaxed and appreciate the theme you put together, that you organize it. It's not going to be explicit. Now, artists will pick up, architects, they'll pick up on it in half a second. Khan's an architect. Many people, oh, yeah, I like how you did it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I see what he's saying. I understood that reference. People won't be able to pick up on it, but they'll know it's put together and thought went into it. And it's just going to give them a nice background feeling that, oh, yeah, this guy has taste. This is pleasant, right? You go into a shit dive bar, although that has its own charm. There's no organization to it. You go into a loud nightclub, it's sterile. There's no organization to it. You go into a nice Irish pub. You go in a high-end restaurant. They got shit organized. You're relaxed. And I think that should, I'll tell you another person you probably want to consult. Nuclear Caudillo. He's got real good taste. I've never been to his apartment, but I see his background. I'm like, he put thought into that. And and you know, he's got a One Piece pirate hat. You know, it's not everyone likes anime, let alone One Piece pirates, but that it's like, you know, that's Nuke. That's who he is. And then it becomes a conversation piece. Read all your books, times of the landscape surrounding Bachelor Pad in recent years. Compromise, ground floor, neighbors, gadgets, soundproofing. I'm trying to think of things practically that I have set up. I mean, you got tools. That'd be important to have like tools. Nose trimmers, but that's not sure Bachelor Pad. Now would be the time to get a good cologne. If you want a cologne, get it, because then you'll fill it in. Your apartment will start to smell like your particular odor. Oh, that was another thing I was going to say. So you have all these things, right? Nothing else. I'm not saying you don't have cutlery or plates or anything like that, but there is nothing else on the tables, right? There's the Playboy magazine and then whatever art piece, you know, the Asian art piece on the centerpiece, right? That's it. You're not leaving your trash around. You're not having books or papers. You just keep it very Spartan. So when someone walks in like, wow, this place is kind of put together. And another thing I like to do, especially if it's hardwood floors and all that, when people like they start taking off their shoes, no, you don't have to do that. Nope. I don't like when you have to take off your shoes. No, that's my carpet. Get it dirty. I'll buy another one. I hated having to take off my shoes. It's another little statement like, no, this apartment is to be enjoyed. That carpet is not going to last forever. I can always get a new one. It's more of a policy of the Bachelor Pad than what it looks like. Change a bit in recent years. Piece on this side. Amenities. I'm trying to think of something practical. See, if you're getting a house, I could give you a ton of information like storage, all that other stuff, but I would try to have nothing on the floor. I mean, your furniture is going to be on the floor, but you know, if you got books, get a bookshelf. And you're going to be limited in what you can install because it's going to be a rental. But try not to have anything on the floor. Otherwise, that's about it. I think it really is up to you. You could still pull it off with a studio apartment, but I think all you really need is a 1-bedroom apartment. Otherwise, you're going to have to buy more stuff and move more stuff. But yeah, interesting question. Rent that place I want to move is 5. Yeah, absolutely. You're making 150,000 a year. You rented 1,700 now for a 1-bedroom. You want to go 2,200 for a 2-bedroom, closer to gym and work. Oh, you're going to save time. You're so closer to work. That alone, yeah. Oh, you got picks. Let's take a look here. That's one pick. It's on the ground floor. I mean, you can still make the ground floor work. Oh, 3 view. Okay, here we go. It's very white. That's good. So this is going to have kind of my motif. It's hardwood floor, so you're going to have to get carpet. You're going to want to talk to the landlord about patching up the walls and putting up artwork and nail holes. They're pretty liberal about that. Yeah, this is very white. This is very white. So you're going to need to color it up a bit, maybe even darken it a bit. So dimming lights, definitely. Oh, that's another thing I was going to say. Do you like the female form? I like the female form. You know who doesn't like the female form? Fat chicks. I have pinups, like the old school Vargas pinups in my game room. And they're, and maybe not Vargas himself, but that 1950s style is what I'm talking about. And I've blown them up and they got them framed and all that. If there is some kind of tasteful female art you like that is unashamed, like if you, now I wouldn't have a naked Playboy right in the middle of I wouldn't have that. But if there's some form of female art where the woman is obviously sexy. It could be anime, right? Let's say you're a geek anime guy and you love a female anime character. I'm only thinking Faye Valentine, but that's because I'm old. Dude, you want Faye Valentine? Go get a big old print off of her and put her right up with her tig old bitties. Absolutely. Now it's got to go in with the rest of the stuff, but there's nothing wrong with having a tasteful thing of a female superhero of yours or a female heroine that you like. So I would certainly consider that as well. Not Nebraska, right? But Raquel Welch, like hell yeah. Have her just absolutely a Marilyn Monroe, where she's doing the thing with her dress being blown up, that yeah, absolutely. Of course. Oh, I can't remember her. Oh, Sophia Loren. I have a picture of Sophia Loren in my garage. She's in lingerie and everything. And I'm going to go, fuck yourselves, everybody else. Anne Margaret. That's the one I was thinking. Whoa, Anne Margaret. Oh, drowning little baby kittens. I will murder people for her. Oh, whoever it is that you think is the cat's meow. I think if there's an appropriate place for her, that's what I would do. So, all right. Link below is my book, Bachelor Pad Economics. That's more about getting your finances together. We have no super chats because people follow the rules. And we'll see you guys later. Toodles.